Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians! Hi, folks. I'm your host, Nick Tockert, for Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning wake up on this wonderful Wednesday, this hilarious hump day. We're just going to try and make it through. I'm going to remind you the historical. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by The Simple Sword and Fighting Axe, along with the Big Stompy Robots and all the other good books out there on Amazon.com/author/Nicholas Tockert. That's me. We're also supported by the wonderful Joe Bachman, who contributed a full year of fancy StreamYard, so I can make this a pretty program for you guys. Get his apps and the ones he made for Big Stompy Robots at bit.ly/JBTechApps, all one word. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Well, folks, before I get in the comments, big announcement. The first draft of the Simple Spear is done. There was a typo because I say Simple Sword so often due to promotions that my lovely phone decided to switch it on me. And at 2 a.m. when everything was basically wrapped up, because I said I'm a man of my word, I didn't catch it going out. So for the Facebook notification, that was Simple Spear, not Simple Sword. Simple Sword has been out almost exactly 6 years. That will be the 24th. So I'll have to look to see if that hits on a show date or not. Might do something special to celebrate. For me, and remember typing with the hooks, 55, I think it's 5568 word count thus far. There's still a little bit more to be added, and I'm sure once my chief beta reader goes through it, I will be adding more images, and I'm sure I missed something because 2 a.m. Nick is not exactly the most reliable entity on the face of the earth, but we're getting there, and I'm hoping to have it published through Amazon by the deadline, which is, of course, the 28th of August. So that's coming down the pipe. Being at this point, having gotten to that next phase where it's cleanup, check, and I may have to fidget with a few images. That is such a because that means I can go deep dive some fiction, and Lord, do I need to just work on some random fiction. I know Luke wants some stuff from me, and there's some stuff, so I'm going to step back from some of the game design aspect and put out some of the fiction that I need to, and just sort of cleanse the soul of the trying labor. We're sitting at 30 comments since the show started, so let's get all the way up and get things going. I'm only 20 minutes behind, which is good for me. Please remember, if you want to support and kick into what I'm doing, you can become a Patreon member or make any number of lovely donations to my PayPal. If there is another format which would make it easier for y'all to pay me, let me know. And I say that because I'm just trying to keep the lights on and keep things operating. I've had some gear obsolescence issues. So I'm on a push. I'm going to try to earn some extra money to get possibly a better scanner, replace my USB hub. I've been working for the last few years on a folding desk, on a folding table. I'd like to have a proper desk that I could adjust for some of the artwork. I have big plans, and with winter coming, it will be very crafty. Things are getting better. But let's see what all you guys have to say. So going back into the comments, scrolling on up. First one through the door is Joe Bachman. Good morning and happy hump day, my fine furry friends. Happy hump day to you, Joe. I hope you're doing well. We need to get a plug set up for your commercial, for your apps and things, and I need to set up a bunch of commercials for me, so we'll talk. And Joe's getting greeted by Donna Carly. Donna Carly. Good morning, Donna. This is your 10 a.m. smooth conversation wake-up call, and I hope you're just feeling good. I heard that Carl's out of the house, so you can't get caught doing whatever it is you do, even if that tragically means getting your own coffee. Anyhow, how you doing, Donna? Richie, who nailed me on that. Thanks for catching the obvious typo there, but I do in my thing and roasting me so delightfully. That's what friends are for, folks. Now, love you, Rich. Rich says, howdy. Folks, good morning, Joe and Donna. Good morning, Rich. You doing anything new on your channel? Any new projects coming out? Hit us with the good news. Morning, Richie. Hey, Richie. Donna, I'm up and caffeinated, Joe. That's about it. See, I can't even spell caffeinated yet. Don't feel bad. I'm rocking about 3.5 hours on my machine, so I'm feeling like about half of feel like the close half of a donkey going north, but southern half of a donkey going north. But we're working on it. Well, Carl should be here soon. He took the van out for its oil change. Yes, but why did he spray paint free candy on the side? I'm tired as all get out, and ornery sister is here to take Dad doctor appointment. Our bladders were thinking alike at 12 a.m. and we ended up talking until 3:30 a.m. Then work at 7. You're a hard-working man, Richie. You always have been, and that's a good thing. But you need to treat yourself better. Oof, I know how that goes. I think I finally fell asleep around midnight last night. Wife came to bed around 3 a.m. because she starts midnights tonight. Then up for work at 6 a.m. Oh, God, we are all just slogging our way through this week. But, folks, we're making it. We're breaking it, and we are getting what we need. My hair is not to be contained today, so let's see. Orange clashes nicely. Yeah. Oh, I feel better. All righty. Now I'm sitting on 8094 waiting for concrete to show up. That sounds fun, Joe. I hope you're having an entertaining time while you wait for the concrete to show up. Got about 30 minutes before it gets here, so probably disappear for a bit when it arrives. That's your job, Joe. We appreciate you're keeping the roads travelable in one of the most heavily trafficked parts of the nation. You're awesome. Keep it up. Need to remember, eat toast, then wax mustache. I've been pulling crumbs out of my mustache for the past half hour. First world problems. Michaela, hey there. How's everyone's hump day? Hey, Michaela. I hope you're keeping the hump and the bump in hump day. Not bad. Besides the fact there's been no humping yet. Hey, you're gonna have to adjust, but when you catch up with time with your lovely wife, I'm sure she'll make it up to you. Yeah, I can imagine that does cause extra crumbs to accumulate. Less humpy than I like. I'm going to hopefully get into the barber shop for a shave this week. 2 bits. Sorry, reflex. Wait, Joe wants you. Somebody needs to take Joe down to the barber shop. Anyway, dang, Joe, I'm sorry, but there's none here either. Well, geez, no, yup. There seems to be a massive hump shortage. News breaking: a massive hump. Wow, massive hump shortage is rattling the nation. It's almost like people aren't doing fun things because they're all stressed out. There we go. Hey, Michaela, morning, Michaela. Hey, Donna, morning, Rich. Everybody's greeting everybody. Donna Carlene looks down at her empty cup. Man, I hope Carl gets home soon. Otherwise, I'll have to go get my own coffee refill. Oh, folks, that's a tragic thing to have happen to our own Donna Carlene. Getting her own coffee. But you know what, ladies? If you're finding a lack of coffee or a lack of hump, sometimes the best thing you can do is solve the matter yourself. Because there's nothing like an independent woman. Well, this isn't good. Just saw a patroller go by with his arrow board on the westbound side. Eastbound left 2 lanes are slowly creeping along. Uh-oh. News flash from E19 from our own Joe Bachman in the Joe Bachman helicopter. News flash. Eastbound lanes, left 2 lanes are slowly creeping along. More later. Probably pictures at 11. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, comment dump. Hit that. Reset. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. There is some love. I hit the magic button. Y'all woke up. Great. Might be time for me to check the cameras and see what some idiot did this time in our zone. Ooh. Keep us informed, Joe. That was Joe Bachman, our man on the street. Stay safe, Joe. That's right. Let's be careful out there. Anyway. There's Carl now. Yes, folks. Could this be the solution to Coffeegate 2022? Will Carl be there in time to get Donna Carly her coffee? These and other questions will be answered in another exciting episode of Nevermind the Furthermore Z. Michaela's laughing at Joe. Richie's readying the earphones to be held away from my ear. That's right. I swear this project's going to give me enough to write its own dang book. I added the dang there, folks, because I want to see Joe get this book out there. Don't know how well it'll do, but if he puts a card on his TikToks or whatever, things, he might just sell a few. Because from the stories I'm hearing, they're good. Donna Carlene. Okay, folks, it's time to like and share. Subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to ring that little bell. Because, folks, every view helps me fight the algorithmic monstrosity that looms in the background of our lives. We want to get my message out there, and I can only do it with your help. Help me, viewer. You are my only hope. Whew. Let's see. Waiting for that book, Joe, so we are. Now hear this, coming in on all frequencies. Frog G is hailing us. That's right, the Frog G of Frog G, Voodoo, Gods, and Magic. Coming out September 17th on Indiegogo. I mean, what? Sorry. Reflex. Hi, Frog. Howdy, Frog. Everybody's greeting Frog. And Frog's greeting everybody. Joe says, if all goes well this week, I plan to release the rough draft of it to the folks in the green room this week. Gonna make me do triple duty on Friday. I see how you is. Joe. That's okay. No, I love it. I love it. Get it out there. We're slowly making up time. Hey, Frog. Frog is in the house. That's right. He's hopped out of his lily pad right into our happy little pond where the mighty manatee man is here to bless you. And here in the warm waters of Nevermind the Furthermore, WNTF, we are just keeping it cool. And I hope you all are keeping it cool as the weather fluctuates wildly. And it seems like Indiana's hit a cooler spell, but we're still cracking 80s in the evenings. It's just like 50s at night. And more frogs hailing Donna and Michaela. We've got our own Rich Yasplin. Might not be able to attend the green room from home with... he might be able to attend the green room from home with real internet this week. Cool, Joe. We know editors if you want. Editors? Wait, we know editors. Everyone's favorite editor, Brian K. Morris, who isn't joining us in the chat right now, but hopefully is lurking because he's a patient, loving man. Reach out if you're looking to hire editors or read amazing independent created novels and comics. Information and more can be found at Risingtide.pub. Boom. Back to your comments. We got another comment. There we go. Cool, Joe. There we are. Frog G, for all things Nick, NicholasTockert.com. And yes, hopefully I will be upgrading that in the near future. I lost my big book of knowledge in the shifting, so I have to find all my passwords and stuff. I will fight the good fight. I will do that to help bring you guys the best of edutainment and entumation. Yeah, that one doesn't work as well as edutainment. Oh, I still have to. Yes. I have. Sorry, I looked at the wall of knowledge, my ever-growing outside post-it note things of things I'm trying to remember. I'm hoping, at least. I hope so, too. And Frog G's plugging my books at Nicholas Tockert at Amazon.com/Mr. Nicholas Tockert. Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. That's right. The second. Folks, I am the 2.0, the evolution, the second to carry my name. Yes, I'm not saying I'm poor. I'm so poor. My name is a hand down. But folks, all jokes aside, we are keeping it going, and we got more comments coming. So I'm going to keep on knocking them out, and then in a bit I'll drop some discussion points on you when it looks like I'm catching up a bit. Cool, Rich made it thanks to quick oil change at Toyota. Can't plug Toyota. It's a foreign car company. Bum, bum, bum. Morning, Carl. Michaela Jade, YouTube. YouTube.com/Michaela Jade. Amazon.com/Michaela Jade. And want more of Michaela Jade? Hop over to www.authormichaelajade.com. BRB, have to get coffee. Sigh. Next Wednesday. Something happens next Wednesday. I'm not sure what, but something happens next Wednesday. We shall see. And Concrete is early. Be back, folks. Well, Joe, we will be here at least for the first hour trying to keep the internet held together by the forces of positivity and creativity, despite some of the crazy news I've heard. So, let's keep going. Launching September 17th. Wait, sign up for Frog G Voodoo Gods and Magic on Indiegogo/projects and a whole bunch of numbers /coming soon X and a whole bunch more numbers. Folks, look up Frog G. I've looked at this project. I've helped shill this project on my other shows. on my other show with Luke Stone, Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. on Luke Stone Studios on YouTube, and a few other places. He shares that all over the place. See, my mic's trying to get away from me, and I refuse to let it. The little standy guy. See the standy guy? It fails me, but that's okay. Things are in the works. I don't think I could handle not being able to manipulate my microphone. It just gives me a grounding point and keeps me focused. Whoops. I just knew that I should have grabbed coffee for Donna on my way upstairs. Bum, bum, bum. This just in the ongoing Coffeegate scandal. Carl made it in time, but choked at the end, forgot to get the coffee on his way up. These are the days of their lives. Anyhow, and Carl's greeting everyone. Hello, Carl. Glad to see you. Frog G's asking you to tickle the algorithm, smash the like, dingle the bells, and subscribe. Tickling, tickled, smashed, dingled, subbed. Let the comments hit the floor. Let the comments hit the floor. One, nothing wrong with me, too. Anyway, I'm in a mood. Back. Why not make an Amazon wish list and post that from time to time? I actually do need to do that. It's just right now, a lot of what I need is a little pricier than I'd float. But that's a good thought. Morning, all. Morning, Nick. Hope all is well. You know what? I'm running tired, folks. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep on my machine, and I'm feeling it. But that is the price creatives pay sometimes to get the creation done, to get it out, and for me to be a man of my word. I had planned to get to work on it earlier, but a lovely lady asked me to a game of Magic, and in 20 years, I've had a very difficult time saying no to my wife for anything. That's probably why she married me. And I ended up rebuilding her deck, her commander deck, and that meant instead of getting to work at 6, I started on the final bender at 10, and 4 hours of grinding away basically collapsed. But that's nothing new. We collapse. Hey, Joe. Wait, Joe, that's right. I almost forgot. We've got something we can do about that. Give me just a second, because we love our friends here on Nevermind the Furthermore. And when we see somebody like Joe D. McPhee, we plug it.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
All right, that's right. I love to support our friends and colleagues. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, that's wrong button. Here we go. And we had a bit of a comment dump while everything happened, so let's recalibrate. There we are. Need your big stumpy robots fix? Check out the app from Joe at https joebachtek.com/app-portfolio. Ooh, Frog G's been deep diving the links. Love that research. And Frog G's hailing Joe D. McPhee and plugging From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher on youtube.com/From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And Joe's plugging changing the oil was code. Oh my goodness. How scandalous. You're speaking in code now? Bum, bum, bum. How are things, Frog G? Yeah, how are you doing, Frog? 1 month to launch. Yep, folks, this is a big announcement day. We're 1 month to launch of the crowdfunder for Frog G. voodoo, gods, and magic. Now, I try to plug moderately on this show, and it's like, why do I give so much for Frog? One, I've seen large portions of this project. It's freaking amazing. Two, Frog G is one of the neatest human beings to walk the earth. I have never seen somebody, with the exception perhaps of our own Cindy Koepp, so dedicated to promoting others and helping independent creators, regardless of affiliation, try to get their own slice of the pie. Frog G is an internet hero and should never be thought as anything less. I am definitely a ride or die for Frog G. Oh, God. I just realized my boy Albert's on the floor. I'm going to have to fix that later. Anyway, if we make it over the hump, we'll be smooth sailing. That's right, folks. And there goes another comment dump. That was irony, so let's just drop that, see how bad it is. Whoo, okay, we're getting there. Yay, Frog. Great, Frog. LOL, Michaela. Yeah. Add a mic arm to that list of tech needs, Nick. I'll see if I have a spare. I will go. I'm going to work on it. I've been working on that singing bit. I'm thinking that will go on a special page. Yes, please. There are certain great passions I have in life. I believe I take great joy in encouraging and training people to sword fight and gain the confidence and the joy and retake the power in many cases that they've lost due to life through martial arts and through swordplay. I'm passionate that martial arts are for everyone. I love artwork. I am not nearly as talented as many of the people I'm honored to associate with, but I do my humble way and telling stories, because if I were to die, all the stories trapped in my head, it would be an ideological genocide. The thought entities that I've created, because they're deeper than characters when you're sitting talking to them and working them around and getting to know their worlds. Because I am just a mental slider. I just, some people plan their stories. I don't have such luxuries. I just find a stream, slide into it, watch the world around me like an outsider, jot down what I can remember as the world's most deranged journalist, and keep on trucking. But the other great passion, another great passion, because I'm a passionate person. I am not cool nor aloof, nor will I attempt to be such things. I love torch singers. I love a real voice. I find women to be the most beautiful thing on this planet. And as a student of beauty, I don't mean that in a creepy way. I mean, as someone who appreciates art and beauty as at least part of my profession and certainly a huge part of my philosophy, music and physical beauty go together. And when it's done right, it moves my very soul. So to have more torch singers in this life, brightening up the darker places, is a good deed to the universe. So please keep at it. And that's right. Frog G knows what I'm referencing. Let's be careful out there. Yeah, Kopp Rock is a thing. And danged if my buddy Luke Stone at lukestonestudios.com, who's got his book coming out, his book is out, is amazing, and we're working at it. And before I go any further, let's talk about Luke. I think Luke deserves a plug.
Welcome to Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. The epic remaster of the original Trash Day arc is now being collected in a standard trade paperback. With more story, more art, and behind-the-scenes information, this book is the way creator Luke Stone intended the story to be told. This special Arrow Comics Remastered edition is full of energy and excitement, critically acclaimed and one of independent comics' favourite teen books. you are sure to find yourself lost in this expansive universe. So, secure your copy today in this crowd-funded group buy. Once the funds are collected, the books will be sent off to print and delivered post-haste. Luke and the Arrow Comics team have a perfect record of fulfillment. You can pledge with confidence.
Oh, there we go. You froze up for a second. Yep, folks, and all that can be found at lukestonestudios.com. This is a very important project in that Luke isn't crowdfunding through Kickstarter or Indiegogo. He's actually trying to set up his own system as a group buy so that he can do crowdfunding without having to rely on external platforms that may or may not arbitrarily withhold your funds. This has been going on more and more lately. And it seems that it waits till there's enough that the withholding gives them some extra interest on it, which you do not get the extra interest. So I wonder sometimes. And we're going to talk a little bit money if I can catch up. So let's knock some stuff out. Great Michaela and the new dress. Updates on projects. Moving, fighting with Xfinity to get internet at the new place so I can finally move in and try to get a few things in the can. Just get one. One. Even if you have to type it out on your phone. One. Ah, yes, the dress, Donna. I'm going to need a whole studio. Rocket. Hey, Michaela, you know what? There's nothing wrong with setting up a side channel that has you singing and doing stuff, especially if you can write your own music, and showing off dresses that you can plug the creator, and keep it relatively short. Do things on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. You might find a sideline to your sideline. Sounds like Friday should be interesting. I hope so. But will there be cupcakes? Friday should be interesting. I was referring to Carl and myself for Joby's editing needs. Oh, I know. I just have to shamelessly plug Brian because he's not here to, whereas you are. This Brian, our fearless leader, has stepped back a bit, and he's getting the rest he needs to work more on the sales side and sleep in and spend some time with Cookie. And that is vital because we love Brian. He's so much more vital and energetic on his other shows when he shows up. I just wish we could see more of him because I miss him. Love you, BKM. Love you, and fezzes are cool. Anyhow, move that. Oh, that's what that is. Dingle, dangle, dangle. Okay, the dongle is in there. Okay, boom. Sweet. Next Wednesday is the 24th. I keep forgetting you don't see these in real time. No, I have trouble catching up. And yes, thank you. Next Wednesday is the 24th. Then we'll do something to celebrate the 6 years of the Simple Sword. Maybe we can get some guildies on or something. I'll reach out. Good day, Bonzert. Radio Retro Future. Bonzert Vocal at radioretrofuture.com. Radio Retro Future. YouTube.com/Radio Retro Future. And www.theassociation of Ishtar. His comic book, I believe, is funded, and you guys are reaching for stretch goals. I hope that's going great. Throw the link in the chat, please. How is everyone? It's been an interesting day, and we're going to get into some other things as if I catch up. Frog G is plugging Brian K. Morris's YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications. A Rising Tide lifts all moods at studiohubris.wixsite.com/risingtide.pub. Frog G is hailing Radio Retro Future. Reached new stretch goal today on the AOI. That's Association of Ishtar. For the folks who know. Color the Multiverse, steampunk coloring book, and miniatures at kickstarter.com/project/Bonzert/the Association of Ishtar steampunk coloring book. And Donna Carlene is greeting everyone. And Richie, wow, Whoop. Good morning, Bonsert. But it's more afternoon for y'all, isn't it? Howdy. Hello. Let's play fill in the blank. Secret, trust, worth, honor. What other warriors will our dear friend Michaela bring forth? The only way is to follow her and try to find the warrior's secret. Anyhow, maybe not as good as Skunk, but I do what I can on the ring. Thanks, Michaela. Truth, integrity, strength, guessing for Michaela. Highbridge Trash Day Volume 1 Remastered at www.lukestonestudios.com/hybridgetpp/Volume 1. Yes, he has to add Volume 1 because he's planning to do more volumes if you can support this wonderful project. That feels good. Little brain mushy. Guessing, LukeStoneStudios.com. LukeStone.com/user/TheLuDog. LOL Donna, glad I could help. Have to go. Speak to you tomorrow on Nerd Bacon. Look forward to seeing you on Nerd Bacon. We start at 9 a.m. local time, and we're going to talk about his project. And because I think the coloring book, not only is a project I've actually wanted to do, probably not crowdfunded, but I think it's a neat thing, and I think we can get a lot of conversation. Where is it? I saw it recently. Okay, Nick, you want more torch singery goodness? I'll use a bed sheet as toga start recording. Yeah, no, I don't hate the world that much. You know what? Somewhere I have my image of wait. Are you in this pile? No, these are actual quality art-ish things. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you. I'm behind on some art projects. I have a picture of our own Brian Rodman as Jessica Rabbit. But yeah, get on there. I guarantee you'll get some views for doing silly stuff like that. And we have another comment dump. Let's see how big it is. Okay, we've almost caught up. Gee, Rich, at least share the pic of you in the toga. The world isn't deserving of that punishment to have to witness that. For some reason, the thought of Rich in a toga makes me think of Animal House. Warriors Patience? LMBO. I love it. It's a big volume, and it only has one actual printed page. Warriors Patience by Michaela Jade. The warrior stood in line at the DMV. Just be patient. And then he pulled his warhammer. I am not. The end. There you go, Michaela. Free gift from me to you. that might be Carl and I's first literary collaboration. The thought of being a toga makes me think I forgot to do laundry. I've been bad. Donna Carlene says, I've been bad, Rich. I deserve it. Oh boy. All right. Speaking on. All right, all you naughty boys and girls. Let's talk about some current events, because I'm gonna have to go for a walk on this one, but I think it's important. A lot of people don't know this, but the IRS is hiring a lot of people. They're looking to hire 85,000 new IRS agents. And what's interesting about these 85,000 new IRS agents is that they are expected to have weapons training, formidable weapons training, and the mindset to use it. This is interesting. The thought is, why do we need so many IRS agents? Now, dear friends, let me just see if I can do something here. Because let's see, first we're going to go move to a new window. Boink. So I can do that. And I'm going to shrink this. Been a while since I've done this, not on my other channel. But I'm going to show a very old piece of my art for the purpose of proving a point. So I'm setting that up. Hopefully the computer will allow me to. Boink. We're going to hit. That looks good. Share screen. No, we're going to go here. I'm going to take this here. Whoop, and move you there. We'll center this up just a bit and give it enough room to work. Sorry for the issues here, but let's see. Is that working? Yeah, that's working well enough for my. In 2007, friends, I did this lovely picture. You can tell because I didn't have a proper scanner of one of the first mechs I ever designed, the IRS Auditor Mark I. Now, the lore behind it. Do that. The lore behind this little project is as follows. In the distant future, when huge mega corporations rule, who will have the strength of arms to see all taxes owed? To see they pay all taxes owed. The IRS Mechanized Division. The Auditor class heavy battle mech is the backbone of the IRS forces. The mere mention has been known to make even hard-headed businessmen rethink those special exemptions they try out for their 1040s. Concept and design, copyright Nicholas Tockert, as of August 12th, 07. Yes, that's right, folks. August 12th, 07. Now, we flash it forward to the wonderful, bizarre, CERN-twisted world of 2022. The IRS has 85,000 sought employees. What does that mean to us? I think we better make sure, guys, that anybody who's doing shows and things keep their taxes in order, because it may be that they have enough to make sure that there's at least one IRS agent keeping an eye on every single major festival, book show, thing like that goes on. That's interesting. That's your tax money at work to get more. I find that fascinating. The hope is that, this could be a prequel to a crackdown on the vast billion-dollar companies that don't pay any taxes, so we have to. But as we have seen before, that usually it's much easier to target the little guy. So I thought this should be floated. The language of what they were hiring for was so controversial, they actually deleted and changed it. This is intriguing. I like to see things that affect the business world, because one thing as creators we often forget is we're also businessmen and businesswomen to an extent. And while some of us may take that as an opportunity to scoff at the silliness of the mainstream, we also have to realize that that's a practical necessity. So, folks, going back to what's becoming one of my favorite songs, let's be careful out there. Now, all that being done, I have another. Wait, let's see. Let's scroll back. Oh boy. Wow, I feel like I'm chatting with Nita Lanning. Anyway, why do IRS agents need weapons training? Fascinating. it's an interesting process, and I don't know. I don't quite see the jump, but it is interesting, and I think it's something that everybody should pay attention to. Not just because, yeah, it's a bit of real world stuff, but I like to see what's going on. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear: I am a proud American. I believe in the Constitution as one of the most glorious pieces of human thought, and the Bill of Rights, especially, to be one of the most elegant and well written uh, pieces, most hopeful things, along with the Declaration of Independence, which I actually have a very old, what is it, lithotype? The things they usually have in courtrooms, where it's a wood plank with the yellow recreation of the document. I got it when they remodeled the Michigan City Hall. They basically threw a bunch away and donated them to some schools that had no use for them, and I got one. And it's downstairs, and it is a copy of the rough draft, because the rough draft of the Declaration of Independence is not something we think of. But I want to see. I'm bringing things around. I always do. The Declaration of Independence is an amazing document. It's a hopeful document. It is a powerful and defiant document. And to see an edited version with crossed out notes, even if it's a kind of obscure, even if it's hard to read, empowers me as an author. Because right now, sitting at the Benton County Public Library in my wife's hands is a print-off copy of the first draft of that I consider complete of the Simple Spear. And I'm going to mark it up and tear it up, and in the next couple days, process it. But it's a different thing, editing, than it is creating. And having Mandy, why am I having Mandy look at it? Because she fights with a spear. Her specialty was 7.5-foot glaive and 9-foot spear. So not only am I having a librarian who's, capable of reading, but someone who knows the subject matter. I'm excited because remembering that writer's process, the greatest authors in the world went through rewrites. They went through edits. They went through publications. They went through submissions. That we talk about all the, Carrie was thrown in the trash, pulled out, and then submitted, I think it was Carrie, 30 times. It was either Carrie or Pet Sematary. Stephen King nearly wasn't Stephen King as we know him. This is mind-blowing. That means the greatest have had the same kind of struggles. Everybody here who's creating, everybody in my comment list, everybody watching this has gone through. Everybody's gone, I wrote something and I think it sucks, but I can make it better. And that, folks, is the kind of power we need to empower our creativity. Now, yes, I do talk about the business side far more than my predecessor. It is not because I'm monetarily minded. Quite the opposite. But that is on the list of questions that people who want to get into what we do ask. And sometimes I feel it's tempting to just take the comfortable high ground and say you do it for the love. Because we do. We do it for the love. But we can't. What value is it to society if it isn't read? I'm not trying to get my books out there for fame. Honestly, the less people who know where I am and what I'm doing most of the time, the happier I am. I'm doing it because I believe my books can help or entertain people. And the only way I've found is to put myself out there. For all my show razzle dazzle, I am an introvert if left to my own devices. I have been trained towards extroversion and mastered it as a skill, but it is just that. It is work. And I can just as easily find solace and comfort in solitude. So I want you to feel empowered to create. At the same time, I want you to understand that what we create and how it's produced has an effect. This is why many people use pen names, and why I feel voting is so vitally important, because I still believe in the capacity of the system to work. A lot of people hate it, but they can't really. It's very easy to tear down something, to say, well, that doesn't work, and then pose no actual solution. And I won't do that. But I will say, this is going on, this is going on. It's just like when I found out that some of the bigger conventions had lawyers representing Disney wandering around with a pad of cease and desist. Hi, buddy. My buddy, my little man's. You're not interrupting. You done playing? You play. Okay, do what you gotta do. I'm right here. But I sounded serious, so he came in to check on me. But they were going with pad of cease and desists for anyone who was doing unauthorized fan art. Selling prints. A lot of people were selling prints of copies, like comic covers and things, and that's why why I so rarely do fan art of any kind. Seeing a major change in the way our nation approaches taxation as small business people, that's another thing that has to be monitored. And this isn't necessarily a negative thing, because I would love to see the big guys have to pay their share. But at the same time, if it's different, I want to let you guys know. So that's what I do. I also want to see you guys create, and I don't want that concept to scare you from doing it. Frog G has concerns. Let me catch up, because I've been chatting a bit, and wow, that's a big thing. Joe Bachman, I went back to the first few comments and read as that was actually, oh God, I went back to watch the first few comments being read as that was actually when the concrete arrived during the show. I am working on a plug, just need the right software. Excellent. You are my favorite techno mage. You are the wizard that keeps my internet presence and my technology going. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the IT of our platonic polycule. Anyhow, that's mostly a joke, folks. I also need to figure out how I'm going to get my headset hooked up to my Mac, as I feel I will probably have an easier time doing video ads there. Mac is sorcery to me. Mac is beyond space and time and reason. I am and have always been a PC guy, save for that, experimental period in college where I played with Linux Ubuntu. Woo! Every once in a while, it tempts me to get back into those waters. But let's see. The IRS does have a criminal investigations division, as with any enforcement agency, and there are folks that will meet them with armed resistance. Yes, and I am fully aware of that. The problem is, the question I have is why the IRS needs a standing armed force larger than the entire Army of Canada. It's just interesting. And that's why I put it out there. I encourage you all to look into it. I just had never heard an IRS agent being advertised looking for the ability to apply deadly force. It was just an interesting thing. Your quote makes me have to think. In the IRS, there are two distinct divisions. The accounting division, which researches the financial transactions of individuals and corporations, and the enforcement division, which seizes the assets of those who have failed to pay their taxes. These are their stories. Dun dun. Okay. Me too, Frog. No joke about platonic polycules. They are real. Yes. You know what? Let's go into that. There are a few people in this world I consider family. And they are, some of them are people I have never, I have no bloodline connection to whatsoever. And I've told them flat out, as long as I have a roof, you're not homeless. As long as I've got beans on the table, you've got to share. The thing is, I mean that because I've been on the threadbare edge of both of those things in my life. And, Frog G's hopping out. Need to hop. I'm tired, Frog. I'm tired. Good night, Frog. Everybody, please support Frog G, Voodoo Gods, and Magic, and support Frog G. He's just an amazing person. And Joe says good night, Frog. So, we Joe and Trelena are just on that list. I think that way. I guess I have a very more European mindset where I understand space can be shared and resources can be shared. I'm not greedy. I'm only selective of the character of people I associate with, and I consider them.
I found a knight.
A knight? Okay. Well, okay, guys. He found a knight. Here you go. You guys can see the knight. Let me see if he'll zoom in. That's a neat little knight.
Yeah, I used to play with that.
Yeah, you're okay, buddy. I'm still streaming.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You can go play. It looks like 87,000 IRS agents might have been based off a hyperbolic tweet from McCarthy. Possibly. And if this is one of those where I would love for my information to be wrong, because I take correction well. But I did see the employment form, and it was pretty spooky. So we'll keep a look on that. Okay, just keep a watch. And again, I'm not saying anything anti-IRS. We may live in a world with the amount of power that some extremely wealthy people have where we need a stronger IRS. I don't know. I'm looking at it from the perspective of a little guy trying to make a buck and help some people. And the way I see, one is, I don't try to say things that will come back negative on me. You know what I mean? I hold to what I believe. The other thing is I like to pay attention. And I look at it like if you're a little fish and you see here there's a whole bunch of big fish coming in, that might be something to discuss too. Now, we're just about at the hour, so I'm going to take a moment and randomly run an ad. Let's see what ad needs to be run. Okay. Cindy Koepp hasn't made it, but I'm going to plug her work.
Author Cindy Koepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye.
And that would be my mic falling on the keyboard while I tried to check what my phone was buzzing about. Yeah, folks, we are working on things. I will set some things up. But just please support Cindy Koepp and support Bear Publications. They do great stuff for her. And Roel Cruz is her artist on Animal Eye. Her colorist's name has just fallen off the back of my mind, but they're Raider05 over on DeviantArt. I want to support all these little people who are trying to make money and help, put more creativity out there. Since my phone interrupted that, and let's see, I'm going to run this ad, and this is a special ad. Yes, folks, we're running an ad for our own rock and roll art goddess and her arch. And we're hoping to get an updated version of this video real soon with her links and things, because I'd like to help her get some money. She's been wonderful, and she has donated some amazing stickers and goodies to me, so I feel incredibly gifted and grateful. The skill and love and passion it takes to teach students is so big. So please, what I'd like you to do is look up Rock and Roll Art Goddess. We'll pick one of these channels, The Adventures of the Rock and Roll Art Goddess, and have you guys like, share, and subscribe to that. I have a deep passion in getting people over 100 on YouTube, because at 100 they get subscribers, they get the option for a custom link, and that is such an important tool that they can then use to make things better. So support Kat Rothermill here. Thank you. Let's see what's going on in the comments, if anything. Nothing. Okay, you guys got quiet. So either we need to talk more about Michaela and her future torch singing career, or I need to call it at an hour. A very strange vehicle chugged by, and I don't know if it's out from my house. So what I'm going to do is say, guys, thank you for a lovely conversation. I will be back Friday here for Nevermind the Furthermore, and I will be right back. I will be here much earlier at 9 a.m., which is always fun, tomorrow with Luke Stone Studios at lukestonestudios.com, where on YouTube and a few other places he broadcasts that around, for Nerd Bacon, talking with our own old friend Bouncer Vocal about his coloring book. Okay, so according to Snopes, let's hit this. Most hires would be replacements for workers retiring, not only including IRS enforcement agents, CSRs, customer service reps, and tech specialists. Fascinating. So it could be that whoever wrote that was when they wrote the interview, they got things a little interesting. We need to look into it. Thank you for snoping that for me, Richie. And take it light, folks. Yeah, everybody be kind to each other. And but keep your eyes open. I want to make sure everybody has a good experience whenever possible. I'll be seeing you all again real soon. So until then, guys, write, draw, create something. Okay, text special. That was a joke by Carl Witzman, and we do not claim that IT specialists require arms or fire weaponry of any kind, because frankly they are a very exacerbated group of people. But guys, I love y'all. Create stuff, right? Do poorly, because you can edit poorly and you learn through the process, and you can't edit a blank page. So I will see you all real soon.